and welcome back to School of Dragons. We just got a brand new Titan in school and he looks a little bit different to say the least. But we just gotta take a bit of a moment to take in all the details because at first I was like, what on earth is this dragon? But let's start with the body. Let's take a look at that. The wings has got some kind of extra they kind of look like spears. My friend Fire said they look like fish bones sticking out of him, but I think they're meant to be some kind of ice crystal kind of pattern coming out for his wings. It works alright. I think that if they had been a bit smaller, it would have seemed a little bit more natural, a little bit more smooth. They are very prominent, but I mean, I think they're cool for what they are. And the wings have this kind of small spikes, I can almost call them, down there at the flaps, at the tip of them, near the tips. So you have these long crystals and then kind of like small spikes as you get further out on the wing. His spikes on his body are way more kind of sorted out. Before he just had spikes all over, basically, like similar to Detonata. Now they are restricted to his back and his the top of his thigh, on his hip almost. Yeah, I'll call that on the hip. And on his tail as well, following the spine down. Hey, could you not? Could you not? No, thank you. His spine down and at the side of the tail as well. His tail is a little bit longer. I think it's longer. That is pretty cool because they kind of make them look more like icicles coming down, like a cave or something. Those kind of things. Which that gives him a nice touch overall. The coloration options are way different. His skin looks more like scales now. As you can see, the darker color gets changed. You know, as you can see right here, it's darker on mine, and you can change that into whatever color you want, which I think that's cool because it kind of looks like the spikes are coming out of that kind of color, whichever you decide. So that's pretty nice detail. He still has some spots on him, as you can see, that you also can color. Which is nice. It's nice to give some kind of different texture on him. That's great. And his wings he has these claws, of course, and then he has like, it looks like secondary claws almost, or they're probably spikes on his near the shoulder joint. There's a really intense spike pattern going on there. It looks pretty nice. It looks decent. Kind of gives him like a creepy look. And now we have the head. I think this is by far the most diverse Titan we have had. There is a glitch that I think is a kind of big thing, as you can see on his eye, like the white thing going up. At first I was like, what is he just looking? He's just looking inside of himself and coming back out or whatever. But it's the tooth, like it's his teeth. There's two teeth right there that goes in when he closes his jaw, and I think that's a pretty major thing. Because it goes inside of his freaking eyeball. And does it even have an eyeball? I can't even see. I think he doesn't have an eyeball. Yeah, I think so. I think that's what's happening. Okay, nice. They might have missed that in the data. I'm pretty sure he's gonna get an eyeball eventually, but I don't think I can see anything now. Or no, he's just like a hole, like an empty eye socket. That's... thank you for that. That's gonna give me nightmares forever. Wow, okay. If we just look past that and imagine he's gonna have an eye. His head looks, to me, kind of like, for some reason, a shark, because he has that nose that are kind of right at you, right? And it looks really, really weird. Let's be honest, it looks really weird. He looks very different. His texture is completely different. His scales are different. His head has a completely different shape, and he has way more kind of spikes going on. His spikes are sharp now. Before on his chin he had that one that was kind of cut off almost, which gave him kind of like some kind of warm feel to him. I think it reminded me kind of like of a rhino that has like damaged its horn or something. Gives him some kind of belly wear. I think it looks cool. And his teeth as well, they were also kind of cut off. They are sharp now and they are sticking in through his eyeball. Let's take him out for a flight and see if things get better. The animation works well. He got a completely animation overhaul earlier, which is great. Like you can't You can't put anything on that. I think it looks really, really good. And he is bigger. I'm pretty sure he's bigger, so that's a nice addition to this dragon. As you can see, these ice crystals, they are pretty immense. Like they fill up a lot, and they can come across as kind of bulky. But I mean, I think it's definitely different, so I think it works okay. I think it works alright. It's a lot of details to kind of, you know, keep into account, definitely. But I mean, he's a titan. Like they're supposed to be over your head, like over the extreme. So in that regard, I think it works. And here we have him in a lighter setting, kind of still pretty much the same. I have no doubt that the eyeball thing will get fixed. So we can kind of look past that, and you know, I think, you know, I don't regret making him a titan because I think it's a really unique dragon. But maybe it's just, I mean, you should be open to all kind of dragon designs, but this one is a bit far out there. But you know, it's in its own way. I think it's cool. I think it's cool. And the scales look very nice. Like really good job on that texture. And the coloration options are pretty sweet. Like really, I really like those. So I think it's decent. Just please add eyeball next time, or please give this guy an eyeball because that's painful. It's like a creature from hell right now. But let me know what you think about this Snow Wraith Titan down in the comment section. I would love to read it. Do you think it's a little bit too out there? Or do you like this uniqueness? Anything you have to say, I would love to read it. And thank you so much for watching this video, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. So long, Dragon Riders!